What truly dictates a game to be called a masterpiece? Does it have to sell very well? Do people have to have the time of their life while playing it? Or is it fueled by nostalgia and saying its name in an atrocious manner is blasphemy in the Church of Gaming, for they shall be punished and made fun of on Twitter? But if there is ever a console that had the most masterpieces in its lifespan, I would say the SNES, with the many titles like Super Mario World and Super Metroid. Now there is another Nintendo mascot whose game is known far and wide, and almost everyone agrees it is deserving to be called a masterpiece. Welcome everybody, I'm Sitback Reviews with my messy quarantine hair, and this week's review is an SNES masterpiece starring our favorite green tunic wearing hero in A Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
Hold it!
Are you a misfortunate rando that just happened to click this video? Well, if you enjoy watching, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. You can also hit the bell, but we all know you're just gonna refresh your recommendations. But please help me reach my biggest goal this year of 1K. Hefty goal. Now, that's enough time out of me, so back to the video. A Link to the Past is one of the many powerhouse games on the SNES. Almost every person has played it or heard of this game somehow. What made A Link to the Past such a revolutionary game is how it was the introduction of so many staples in the Legend of Zelda series. And yes, I know the original two Zelda games on the NES were the beginning, but A Link to the Past was a father that paved the way for future generations. They added a buttload of things like Link swiping his sword rather than stabbing, the spin attack, heart pieces, famous items like the hookshot or Pegasus boots, the beginning of the Master Sword lore, and famous locations with their respected tunes. I know I just pre-jacked my load of bullet points right off the bat, but trust me, there is so much more to come. The story is about Link, the last descendant of the Knights of Hyrule, stepping up to the plate and saving Zelda from the clutches of Agaham, who is trying to break the seal of the Seven Sages to bring Ganon into the Light World. On his journey, Link must prove himself worthy to wield the Master Sword so he may defeat Agaham! But his adventure gets flipped upside down as Link is teleported into the Dark World, where he must then save the descendants of the Seven Sages who were captured and are being guarded by Ganon's minions, only to have the final confrontation and ruin Ganon's plan of domination on the two worlds. Then Link wishes upon the Triforce to bring peace and harmony back to Hyrule. Oh hey, it's the unskippable The End screen. Remember when these were a thing? Oh shit, wait, I need to brag about this to my friends. They did add in some story lore to Ganon. Every time you save a descendant, they give insight on Ganon's plan and his past. But they always ask if you understand. Like, what do you think I'm doing? Falling asleep on you? Zora's a hat. Huh? Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I must have fallen asleep on you. It's just you're so goddamn boring. And I just want to slice some grass. A Link to the Past is like an upgraded version of the original Legend of Zelda. You still view Link from a top-down angle. Now I need to say something before I continue. I have a love-hate relationship with the classic Zelda style. I rarely have a clue what I'm supposed to do, and the majority of the time I run around like a cuckoo without a head. This was very prominent as I was playing A Link to the Past because I spent the majority of the beginning naked and afraid, to the point that I started singing. I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. I am running around with my head up my ass. I'll hit this cuckoo. What can it do? It cannot do much. Oh shit. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Now I already know what people are going to say. Look at the map, and I have a plenty. But I was still confused, and I kinda had to have a walkthrough on hand just in case. I did explore to my heart's content though, finding things on my own. But there are some items that they don't convey to you that you need, and you just have to hope you have them or else it will end badly. But the world of Hyrule is riddled with secret goodies. You're bound to stumble upon something if you put on your thinking cap and solve the puzzle. Now, you don't just explore the light world, but the dark world too. The dark world is the polar opposite of the light world. What's interesting though is how you can swap between the worlds to reach heights you couldn't reach to before. The only downside to teleporting is how traveling to the worlds work. You can personally transverse there once through the magic mirror, but you can't keep flipping unless you go back to your place of origin and repeat it somewhere else. There are hidden teleportation spots scattered around the world that will take you to and fro, but if you don't know where the closest ones are located, then it becomes a hassle with a lot of running back and forth. Now, it's not a Zelda game without items and dungeons. Link can acquire a lot of items in his adventure. Some are very useful, while others are a one-time deal. In my opinion, one of the biggest beneficial items in the game was the bottle. You can store potions, fairies, and even bees, like the good bee. I freaking took him on a journey of a lifetime to fight Ganon. But A Link to the Past was the big debut to the hookshot, a commonly used item in the Zelda franchise, and the Pegasus boot. You can upgrade some items through magic fairies, and also upgrade bomb and arrow storage through the Pond of Happiness, aka my Twitch goddess. But they don't convey to you which items can and need to be upgraded. But the main way to acquire new items are in the dungeons. Each dungeon is unique in its own way. Some are challenging and others are pure bullshit. Ice dungeon. They require a lot of remembering and utilizing the levels each dungeon holds, while also getting the new item you'll need to progress deeper into the dungeon. I really enjoyed the dungeons. They were the only time I didn't use a guide and solve them myself. I felt like a smart boy when I was able to solve the puzzle rather than scratching my head like a monkey and looking at a guide. But I did take a little advantage of the rewind feature on the Switch SNES collection when it came to some parts. The dungeons are so unforgiving if you're not cautious, and you'll die constantly. Link has grown from a little 8-bit boy to a 16-bit man.
They grow up so fast.
A Link to the Past sprite work is very well done. Not crazy like today's standards, but for its time the pixels represent the enemies and side characters very well. Other than the woodcutter twins, whew, they look like nightmare fuel. One oddball choice is Link's hair color. We all clearly know Mr. has light brown hair, but his sprite has pink hair. It was probably changed to make sure Link's hair wouldn't blend with the ground and add more pop, but I like to think Link was just going through a phase.
Golly!
A Link to the Past was also the beginning to many well-known locations, like Death Mountain and Kakariko Village, with their songs accompanying them. This game was the birth to many famous Zelda tunes that are still continued to this day. I really like A Link to the Past soundtrack, and so must Nintendo for remixing it for like 29 years now. Bazinga. Gosh, I am the epitome of comedy. Horrible jokes aside, every remix of the song just gets better, so I can't really say the original is my true favorite. There is a reason why A Link to the Past is called a masterpiece, and so many people will vocalize it to the world. This game was revolutionary to the 2D Zelda series, and had a hand in forming the 3D side of Zelda. But if you're not used to the 2D Zelda formula, have a guide on hand. It will better your experience rather than piss you off. But A Link to the Past was not only the first to have formed the series we know and love today, but also the first review where I sang my belting power chords. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to try A Link to the Past yourself, it is on the Switch, and honestly, it's the best version because of the special features. Also, if you are new and enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to help support the channel. And I have my social medias down below if you would like to give them a follow. Yeah, no choice. But that's enough of Link today, so like always, have a great day and goodbye.